Today I'm going to show you how we brought in this 149 and this 135 and 115 buck in right in front of us. But first I'm going to tell you the story. But first we're going to go through the basics of what I had to learn to get these caliber deer in front of us. So the first step will be Obsessing Over Deer Society. That's on YouTube. But 5-6 years ago they uploaded some very great videos. I was watching hours and hours on end. It's about rattling techniques and the extinguisher, how to grunt and communicate with deer. Now I've been using these calls for a couple of years now and they actually work. So that's number one, is going to watch YouTube on Deer Society. A couple good ones is learning, like 7 years ago they start something like that they started, and that's for calling techniques. You gotta learn how to call in deer, how to communicate. And then number two, what I learned is Whitetail Habitat Solution, also on YouTube. I started studying how Fruit Plus work and how the deer patterns and all of that good kind of stuff, how the bucks communicate, how different bucks are different, how big caliber bucks, bigger ones, normally behave. And that's like a small acreage with a little bit of water you gotta set up. That's that. Now again, I want to tell you, number one is Obsessing Over Deer Society, watching hours on end videos, grabbing the black rack and the extinguisher, setting the phone somewhere, just watching the video and calling like they said, and just like that, and fool around like a greenhorn. And then over at Whitetail Habitat Solutions, they go all out with you on through the whole year, what to do the whole year, and then just learning off of them just over the years. We're just watching on and on, Obsessing Over daily. If you haven't seen that already, it's number one is going to be Deer Society on YouTube about calls. Number two, Whitetail Habitat Solutions. That's how to learn, how I learned. And then now let's head to the stories. So this buck was helped to showed the guy how to use the grunt call, and he basically was in the stand for a couple minutes, and luckily the buck was better right where he was, and it was a small piece of land. He just basically went in just very little bit in the edge of the line, and just unfortunately he was better close. He had no idea, and he had a little grunt with the extinguisher. I showed him how to grunt, a little fawn grunt. And a couple of minutes later, he was coming in, just checking around, a little lurie, just checking around, and he got a shot off. And that's a Deer Society story from that. And this one here was also based off a Deer Society. Now I rattled a couple times, and then smaller ones came in through, passing through. And the third time this guy came in, it's in 1st of November, and I had a climber, and it was 1st of November, early rut, and it's my first time going out. It was no wind, just frost. Just waited for that stand to get in. I knew there's nice bucks around. That guy came in right in 15 yards. And this guy here was off of Whitetail Habitat Solutions. And now we had a food plot set up. It was based on Whitetail Habitat Solution. We set it up like that. And this guy was unfortunately had a limping leg, and he bedded on our land, and we came right into our setup, and be to get him. And so that's that. And I also got, that's the story of these, but public land we got some experience, some, not very much, but West Virginia we got a couple deer, couple nice bucks, and that's it. So if you want to shoot your buck, just you might be able to get that information, and if you like this information, hit that like and subscribe button down below, and we'll see you the next time. Get out of here.